Hello, and welcome, my friends, to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you can stay consistent with your marketing and reach more customers. My name is Penny, and I'm going to guide you through this content development process. I want to teach you how to create amazing content for social media, remarkable content for your sales pages, engaging content for what you're going to be sending in your emails, all of those things that you use for your marketing to reach your customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below in the description box, I always like to tell you about the links down there. One of the links that you're going to see is for the Content Calendar Blueprint program. This is an email-based training, but you also get some videos and workbooks and some prompts to help you through this process. So you're not going through this alone. You're basically going to go through the steps to learn how to do more than just set up your content calendar, but I'm going to take you through this process with videos, with workbooks, with prompts, to help you work through your email strategy and to figure out the content that actually will go into your content calendar. And another link that you're going to see is so that you can join us in the Marketing Strategy Collective program. This is my private group program on Patreon, and you can join a whole bunch of other amazing small business owners in a supportive group online space and see what really happens when you stop working in a solo bubble and get some help and some feedback and just feeling like you have a marketing team and somebody to support you as you are doing the marketing for your own small business. All right, so today's video, this episode, let's talk about email marketing. We're going to still stay on that. And what I want to focus in on today is exactly what do you actually say in the email itself. You know, if you're not launching something, if you're not promoting something specific with regards to, doors are opening, 10 more days before this price goes up or something like that, what do you actually say? Now, here's the thing. And the way that we are working on our marketing right now, I totally get this. There's no reason why you can't just log into ChatGPT and say, hey, write me an email. And it'll write you an email. But the thing that makes ChatGPT work, and it's going to work for your business, is when you give it direction. When you tell it, I need you to help me write copy that I'm going to reach this type of customer, this is the product that I'm promoting, but I want you to focus on this type of email. So giving ChatGPT that specific information is going to help you create better email copy. And I want to talk through this because there are 5 super email ideas that you can utilize, plug and play into ChatGPT and help you write some more persuasive copy, if that's a better way of saying it. These are the kind of emails they're going to keep your subscribers interested. You're going to start to build and make stronger connections and relationships with these emails. And yes, these are the emails that are going to help you make sales. So let's talk through these. And I want you to know that as somebody who is an active user of emails, I send out 2 emails a week, every single week, every Wednesday and every Saturday. So if you're on my email list, you get an email from me twice a week. And I'm going to go through these 5 email ideas, but I use every single one of these email ideas. And if you are connected to me, you will have one point or another have opened up your inbox and started reading and went, this is one of those emails that she talked about in that video. Because yes, I do this. I'm not just giving you some tips. I actually utilize this strategy with my email marketing. So let's get into the first one. The first one is about a personal story email. This is, my goodness, hands down, one of the easiest to write and yet one of the most powerful types of emails that you can send. Because people connect with other people. People want to know more. They want to learn more. They want to hear about your story. They're more interested in what's going on in your business and in your life than than seeing your logo. I'm just being honest here. So when you start to share a story from your business or even something that's going on in your life and you tie it back into what your products are, when you tie it back into a service and how your business is the solution to the challenges that they're looking for, this is what is going to connect with them. So maybe you can talk about something like, the first client that you've ever helped, or, something that you failed at, that would you learn from it? Something even more personal, like your morning routine, how it keeps you sane, and then to find a way to bring it back to the work that you do and how you're helping people. Because I've shared this before, storytelling is not about you. It's about your customers. It's about having them see themselves in your story, so it makes them want to take action. But when we tell stories like this, we make it relatable. We tie it back to our customers. We say things like, here's how I almost gave up, and this is what it taught me about staying consistent. Things like that. We could even do something a little bit more personal, and we can say something like, this mistake cost me like a week of time, but here's what you can do to avoid it. So when we do storytelling like this in our emails, it makes you more memorable because people are feeling like you're letting them in on the behind the scenes, that you're sharing all of this, private information with them, and they feel like they're a part of this community. And these emails, they don't feel all salesy because they naturally set you up as somebody that your community is going to trust. So watch my emails for those storytellers. I do those at least, my goodness, I don't even know how many I've done. I've lost track. So let's go on to the second one. Another one that you can use is the FAQ, which is frequently asked questions email. I guarantee you that you get asked the same questions over and over again. You have probably been asked these questions so many times that you have personally yourself might have even set up an FAQ page on your website to answer those. But not everybody is going to go to our website to get their answers done. And maybe this is something that you're seeing in your DMs, or somebody asked you this in a networking event. This is the stuff that is going to be a fantastic and powerful email message. So if you think about, like, what's the one thing people ask you before buying? What's a myth or misconception about your product or your service that you can talk about? And then also do something like share a quick tip that makes people say, oh my goodness, I didn't know about that. And then here's the thing about these FAQs. You're answering their questions so they feel heard, because maybe in the back of their mind, I was thinking about that. I wanted to know, is that a thing? Is this a thing? Does your service do this? Is your product able to do this? And it helps them by feeling like you are doing more than just trying to do a hard sell. You're giving them really great information, going back to that whole idea of like, wow, I didn't even know that. That's a great thing. Thank you for sharing. And the thing about these FAQ emails is they will naturally lead to your offer. How long does it take for you to see results? It's a perfect time to talk about your process. You can say something like, when I went through this, I realized that I needed to do X, Y, and Z before I started. It's a great way to show them that they're ready to do this now and to keep moving forward. What we're talking about here is to take those questions that you get and turn them into helpful, valuable, like a go-to resource type of email message that you're going to be sending. Okay, so let's get on to the next one. A third email idea is the resource roundup email. Sometimes you don't have to create brand new content every single week. You just have to repurpose it. So a resource roundup email is simply pulling together things that your community finds valuable. I have done this all the time because I am frequently adding new video episodes into this channel, and I know that the majority of the people, because I know my numbers, I know the number of people following me on YouTube, and I know the number of people on my email list. These people on my email list are not following me directly on my YouTube channel. So what I do, and I know I do this at least once a month, sometimes it happens more frequently, but at least once a month, I do a YouTube video episode roundup. So depending upon the topic that I'm talking about, I will maybe give them 3 separate emails that I've created, and it's always around the specific theme. Get this, get this, get this, learn about this, learn about this, learn about this, and I present it in a way of telling them that it's free training, because it is free training. It's free because they can go to my YouTube channel, and I'm training them how to do something. So it becomes this opportunity for me to share the content that I've been creating with them, but it also gives them this opportunity for them to receive this email full of resources, because I've saved them time and I'm delivering them some value. So it's just this way of me reminding them, I am continually creating really, really great content for you, and I want to share it with you. So I'm going to share it with you in this email. So those resource roundup emails are spot on. You don't have to do this with a video episode. Let's say you've got blog posts. Maybe you've got checklists. Maybe you've got guidebooks. Maybe you've got podcasts. All of those things combined, you can do in a resource roundup. It doesn't necessarily have to be video episodes. That's just what I use, because those are the ones that I'm sharing currently with my email list. All right. Another email you can try is the quick tip email. This one's going to be really short, sweet, but super actionable. I want you to think about how you can pick like one tip. What's one important thing that your community can use right away? Literally just one thing. And think about it. And it's something that they can read in 30 seconds and go, oh my goodness, I'm going to try that. Something like a mindset shift that makes this task go easier. Something like a do this and not that kind of thing. A time-saving hack. That's what I'm referring to. One of those little things where it's really simple and it's quick and it makes them stop and think, I got this from her, or I got this from him, or they, or whoever gave this to me. I can only imagine what other information they're going to share, what other helpful emails I'm going to be getting. It's going to give your community a win. And every time that you give them a win, because now they've accomplished something quicker, now that they've done a shift in their mind shift, they were able to do this, not that. Every time you give them a win, they begin to trust you even more. And of course, once we learn their trust and their no trust ability, that opens the doors for us to make more sales with them. So that leads me into the 5th type of email, which is the soft sell value email. This is where you combine teaching them something, an educational, valuable type of email, with an invitation to take action. So here's how it works. You share like a valuable insight, a tip, a strategy of something, and then show them how your paid offer, your product, your service, your program, whatever it is that you're selling, can take it deeper. So let's say you teach like a really one simple step, and then you show them, this is how you do this is the quick thing, and this is why you would do that, and this is the results you're going to get. And then you're able to say, and if you want the full system, that's what we're doing inside my program, and here's more information, blah, 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 blah. Or you can share a success story. I worked with this client who went through this, and we struggled through this, and because we had this call together, she was able to manage this, this, and this, and now she feels like this, and now she's got clients, and whatever the success story is. What you're doing right there, very similar to a storytelling where you are inviting them to work with you for similar results, inviting them to see themselves in the story, to see themselves in this transformation. And so that's what we're doing with these types of soft sell. It's not a hard sell where we're like, doors close at midnight, this will never be offered again. That's a hard sell. This is a soft sell. And the key with these is to not feel like it's a hard pitch. It's more like, hey, here's some value, and if you're ready for more, here's your next step. Here's what I want you to do. And when we do these kinds of emails, and I mean all of them, the personal storytelling, the quick tip, the soft sell, all of these emails, these build trust. And what it does is it creates like this natural path of them moving through their customer journey with you. And it creates like a bridge from like, know, trust into sales without people feeling like they're being pushed into it and they're feeling pressure. So there we have it. We've got 5 easy email ideas that you can be using this week. Your personal stories, FAQs, resource roundup, a quick tip, the soft sell value, all of these emails. Again, and if you need some help with ChatGPT, use those words. Say, I'd like to do a resource roundup. This is who my customers are. This is what I want to promote. This is what I want to share with them. And let ChatGPT help you write that. But you need this information first to give the directions to ChatGPT, because it really should come from you, not just letting some AI program tell you what you should be saying to your community. So the next time you're stuck about what to say and about how to, do more with your email marketing instead of just launching, try one of these 5 email ideas. Because the truth is, your emails don't have to be long. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to have a launch sequence and all of that kind of stuff in it. What they need to do is they need to show people that you are providing value, and that's why that they should remain on your list. That when they're ready for more, you're here for them. And these emails are going to do more than just show up in their inbox. They're going to help you connect and build that like, know, and trust factor and turn that into sales. So thank you so much for joining me today. If this episode gave you the next step, action step that you need to help you start sending better emails to your list, I would love it if you'd hit that like button and then hit the share button and share it with another business owner. And if you want a step-by-step process to develop this email marketing plan that we've been talking about in these video episodes, this month's Marketing Strategy Collective workbook, we are talking about that. You'll get tools, you'll get prompts, you'll get all of those things to help you go deeper into actually developing your email marketing strategy. And when you're ready to go further, join us at the Marketing Strategy Collective. We're going to turn all of these ideas, all of these conversations that we've been having into a content plan that actually you can implement, and it helps you drive sales. So the link is below so that you can check this thing out and you can learn more about what it's like to work in a collaborative space with other amazing small business owners. Because you are magnificent, my friend. And let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.